Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to think about the infinite power and intelligence that governs every beat of your heart, every breath you take, and every function in your body. There's something greater at work, a divine intelligence that orchestrates the universe and everything in it. This intelligence has a plan for you, a plan far greater than anything your conscious mind could ever conceive. You see, we spend so much time trying to control the outcomes of our lives. We want to predict, anticipate, and ensure our future is aligned with our desires. But here's the truth: when we try to control everything, we limit ourselves. We operate from fear, scarcity, and doubt. But when we trust in God's plan, we allow the divine energy to flow through us, and suddenly we step into a state of creation, not competition. So what does it mean to truly trust? It means surrendering the illusion of control. It means letting go of the old mental programs that tell you things must happen a certain way, in a certain time frame. Trusting God's plan means you recognize that even when things don't seem to be working out, they are. There's a bigger picture unfolding, one that your limited perspective cannot fully grasp in this moment. The idea of surrendering the illusion of control is a profound concept. It challenges us to recognize that, as much as we might want to manage every detail of our lives, we are not the ultimate architects of everything that unfolds. Our need for control often stems from fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of disappointment. This desire to control is rooted in the belief that if we can predict, manage, and manipulate outcomes, we can protect ourselves from uncertainty or pain. But in doing so, we limit the infinite possibilities available to us and cut ourselves off from the flow of divine intelligence. When we try to control everything, we often operate from a place of resistance. We push against circumstances, people, and outcomes, attempting to force reality into a mold that fits our expectations. This can be exhausting, draining our energy, and creating unnecessary stress and anxiety. The mind is constantly in a state of overdrive, analyzing every possible scenario and attempting to navigate a path that ensures our desired results. But here's the paradox: the more we try to control, the less in control we actually feel. Life becomes a struggle, a battle of wills, where we are always reacting to situations rather than responding with grace and ease. Surrendering the illusion of control doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It's not about resigning ourselves to fate or sitting back without action. Instead, it's about aligning with a higher intelligence, trusting that there is a divine plan at work that is far greater than what our conscious minds can perceive. When we surrender, we are not abandoning our dreams, desires, or goals. We are simply releasing the need to know exactly how they will come to fruition. We open ourselves up to a flow that is far more powerful, a flow that is constantly moving us toward our highest potential. This act of surrender requires faith in the unseen forces that govern the universe, faith in God's plan, and faith in our own innate ability to navigate life's journey with trust and confidence. It's about understanding that even when things don't seem to be going according to our plan, they are still part of a bigger picture, one that is ultimately designed for our highest good. Every obstacle, every delay, and every unexpected turn is not a sign that things are going wrong, but rather a reminder to let go and trust in the process. When we let go of control, we move out of a state of fear and into a state of possibility. We stop trying to micromanage every detail and instead focus on what truly matters: our intentions, our energy, and our alignment with the greater forces at work. In this space, we can listen to our inner guidance, trust our intuition, and follow the signs that life presents to us. We become co-creators with the divine rather than trying to dictate the terms of creation. This surrender brings a sense of peace and freedom. No longer weighed down by the constant pressure to make everything happen, we can breathe more easily, trusting that life is unfolding exactly as it should. We begin to see that often the most miraculous outcomes come when we least expect them, in ways that are far beyond what we could have imagined. The universe is infinitely intelligent, and when we surrender the illusion of control, we allow this intelligence to work through us and for us. In this state of surrender, we don't lose power, we actually gain access to a greater power, the power of divine alignment. Every challenge we face in life is not an obstacle meant to hinder us, but an opportunity designed for our growth and expansion. This perspective shifts the way we see difficulties, setbacks, and pain. Instead of viewing challenges as something happening to us, we begin to understand that they are happening for us. They serve as catalysts for personal transformation, pushing us beyond our comfort zones and compelling us to evolve in ways we might not have otherwise chosen. When we encounter adversity, it's natural to feel frustrated, disheartened, or even defeated. Our minds may immediately question, why is this happening to me, or how can this be part of any good plan? But when we trust that every challenge is part of a divine design, we start to see these experiences differently. They become less about suffering and more about what they are teaching us. Each challenge holds within it the seed of growth. Whether it's developing resilience, learning patience, or cultivating compassion, there is always something deeper to gain from difficult situations. Challenges often arise to break old patterns and push us to confront limiting beliefs. We might be holding on to a specific mindset, habit, or way of being that no longer serves us, but because it feels familiar or comfortable, we resist change. A challenge forces us to face these internal blockages and grow beyond them. In the midst of hardship, it's hard to see this clearly. We can feel stuck or trapped in the difficulty of the moment. But when we step back, we realize that the struggle was exactly what we needed to shift into a new version of ourselves. Adversity is often the pressure that forms our greatest strengths. Just as a diamond is formed under intense pressure, our inner brilliance emerges when we navigate life's toughest moments. We discover capacities we didn't know we had the ability to endure, to adapt, to overcome. Challenges bring out our latent potential. Without the friction of hardship, we might never discover how resilient, resourceful, or courageous we truly are. These are qualities that can only be developed through experience, and challenges provide the necessary environment for them to surface. Another important aspect of trusting that challenges are for our growth is accepting that we are not always meant to understand everything in the moment. Sometimes the lessons that come from adversity are not clear right away. We may not see the purpose behind a difficult situation until we've moved past it, allowing time to reveal the wisdom that was gained. It's often in retrospect that we realize how a particular challenge shaped us into a stronger, wiser, and more evolved person. The pain or discomfort we experienced became the stepping stone to a greater version of ourselves. Recognizing that challenges are for our growth encourages us to approach life with curiosity and openness. Instead of resisting hardship or wishing it away, we can ask, what is this here to teach me? This question shifts our focus from victimhood to empowerment. When we approach challenges with this mindset, we become active participants in our own evolution. We no longer feel powerless in the face of difficulty, but instead, we embrace the opportunity for transformation. This shift in perspective allows us to rise above the temporary discomfort and connect with the larger purpose of our journey, trusting that every challenge is ultimately moving us closer to our highest potential. Aligning with the energy of possibility is about shifting your focus from fear and doubt to creation and expansion. It starts with recognizing that your thoughts, emotions, and energy shape the reality you experience. When you worry about how things will happen, you limit yourself by focusing on potential obstacles or setbacks. This keeps you in a state of fear, which only attracts more of the same energy into your life. On the other hand, when you focus on what you want to create and who you want to become, you align yourself with a higher frequency, the frequency of possibility. The key is to understand that everything begins with intention. Your intentions are powerful, setting the direction for your energy. When you are clear about what you want to manifest in your life, whether it's a goal, a dream, or a vision for who you want to become, you start to align your energy with that outcome. But it's not just about the intellectual understanding of what you want. It's about feeling the energy of that outcome in the present moment, as if it has already happened. This feeling is what draws the reality toward you. Fear and doubt are the greatest barriers to this process. When you focus on the how something will unfold, how you will achieve a certain outcome, you invite uncertainty. This doubt generates a lower frequency, which disrupts your ability to attract what you desire. Focusing on the how shifts your energy from creation to control, which is rooted in fear. Instead, it's essential to trust that the universe is organizing the details in ways that may be beyond your immediate understanding. Your role is not to micromanage every step, but to maintain clarity about what you want and to keep your energy aligned with that vision. The energy of possibility is about embracing the unknown with faith. It's about recognizing that there are infinite ways for the universe to bring your desires into reality, some of which you may never even consider. When you allow yourself to be open to these possibilities, you tap into the creative power of the universe. You become a co-creator working in harmony with the divine intelligence that governs everything. This doesn't mean you don't take action. It means your actions are aligned with your intentions and come from a place of inspiration rather than fear or force. To align with possibility, it's important to cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you believe that there are endless opportunities available to you, that the universe is abundant and capable of delivering far beyond your expectations, you begin to see doors where there were once walls. This is the energy of creation, a space where you are no longer bound by the limitations of past experiences or the confines of the present circumstances. Instead, you are open to receiving new opportunities, ideas, and paths that align with your vision. Aligning with the energy of possibility requires that you let go of attachment to specific outcomes. Trust that what is meant for you will come in the perfect time and form, even if it doesn't look exactly as you envisioned. Stay focused on what you want to create and who you want to become, and let the universe handle the details. By keeping your energy aligned with this expansive creative force, you step into a life of greater flow, ease, and fulfillment. You become a magnet for the opportunities, experiences, and people that will help you evolve into your highest self. The concept of trusting the process, like a seed in the soil, teaches us the importance of patience, faith, and understanding that growth often happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. Just as a seed must be planted in the darkness of the soil, nourished, and given time before it breaks through into the light, so too must we trust that our own growth and transformation take time to manifest. We cannot rush the process, nor can we always see the progress as it's happening. But the seed doesn't question the darkness. It knows that with time, the conditions will align for it to grow. In life, we often feel the same way when things seem to be at a standstill or when the progress we desire isn't immediately apparent. We plant seeds of intention, we set goals, and we work toward our dreams, but there are times when it feels as though nothing is happening. This can lead to frustration or doubt, causing us to question whether we're on the right path or whether our efforts are in vain. But just as the seed grows roots before it breaks the surface, we must trust that the foundation of our growth is being built, even when we can't see it. One of the most challenging aspects of growth is understanding that it doesn't happen on our timeline. We are conditioned to want immediate results, instant gratification. But nature doesn't operate this way, and neither does personal transformation. Growth requires time, nurturing, and most importantly, trust. Trust that the work you're doing, the thoughts you're cultivating, the habits you're forming, and the challenges you're overcoming are all contributing to your future expansion. Like a seed, you may not be able to see the changes on the surface, but they are happening deep within. This process requires faith, not only in yourself, but also in the larger plan that governs your life. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that it will sprout when the time is right. Similarly, we must nurture our dreams and goals with consistent effort and positive energy, trusting that they will come to fruition in the perfect time. Worrying about the outcome or trying to force growth only disrupts the natural process and adds unnecessary stress. Just like a seed, we face conditions that may seem difficult or even counterproductive to our growth: darkness, pressure, and uncertainty. But these conditions are often necessary for our transformation. The challenges we face are like the soil and the pressure around the seed, creating the environment we need to build strength, resilience, and wisdom. Without the darkness of the soil, the seed would not develop the roots it needs to sustain itself when it finally breaks through into the light. There is also an element of surrender and trusting the process. When we try to control every aspect of our growth or dictate how things should unfold, we limit the potential for unexpected miracles and opportunities. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up, it means releasing the need to know how and when things will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the understanding that the universe is always working in your favor, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Trusting the process means understanding that everything is happening in divine timing. The seed doesn't rush its growth, and neither should we. Our responsibility is to plant the seeds of intention, take the necessary steps to nurture them, and then let go, trusting that the universe will handle the rest. In time, just like the seed, we will break through the surface, and the growth that was happening all along will become visible, flourishing in ways we may not have anticipated but were always destined to experience.